Well, here it is. I got it all unwrapped, and I gotta say, I am really impressed. You can see already on the control panel here that it's not faded whatsoever, just like it came off the assembly line. Same way with the sides here. There's a little spot right there I can just touch up. I already have new T-molding, new buttons, new joysticks, new control panel overlay, new marquee. So that won't be an issue. There's a little nick down there I can just touch up with some paint and maybe some wood filler. But over here, on this side, you got some scuff marks here. I can take care of most of this stuff where it's not going to be too bad, but there's no fading on this machine anywhere. No fading whatsoever. It's like it's never been exposed to the sun in its entire life. But the bad news is this side. You can see this side is all scratched up and gouged. But nothing too major. I can just get some touch-up paint and fix these issues on this side. Down here I'm going to fill this in with wood putty and get that all fixed up and repaint that. So there's nothing on here that's not completely unsalvageable. This here is not a scuff, it's gum or some kind or something. I can scratch that off of there. This side is not unsalvageable. Touching up Johnny Cage isn't going to be too difficult. You've seen on some of my other videos I've already done that. But I'm just amazed at how good a shape this cabinet is relatively for the age it is, and the fact that there's no fading anywhere on the whole cabinet. Now on this side, wait till you see this side. This side is just absolutely perfect. I can't see a single thing wrong anywhere on this entire side. This side is immaculate. This must have been the side facing a wall. Oh, I lie. There's a spot right there. Right here on his arm. Otherwise, just completely immaculate. This must have been up against a wall or something, because it is in fantastic shape. I'm very impressed with it. So, not going to take much to touch it up and be a great shape cabinet, if I can say great shape cabinet. They sure wrapped it well. So, you know, the little wears and tears you got to touch up with scratches and shit, but that's not going to be too big of a deal. Now, the machine is on. And I went ahead and put it in test mode, but as you can see there's no image, and there is some pretty good screen burn. You can see the screen burn in there. It's not too bad, and I imagine when you're playing it isn't going to be noticeable, so I'm not really too worried about it. However, right now it's in test mode. All the original guts from this MK1 are still in there. You got the plate on top of the coin door box. It still has the volume pot and the switch for the service menu. Right now the switch is set over to the service menu, so I should be seeing that, but I don't. However, the monitor is on and is powered. You can see down there. And the problem is, I took the back off and I found the problem immediately. The sync wire is broken off. You can see the sync wire is broken off there. So I'm going to strip it, put it back in that hole, and turn it back on and see how that looks. I actually bought a cap kit. Knowing this machine was here, I bought a cap kit, new control panel overlay, new marquee, new buttons, new joysticks. So I did not know if it was a K7000 or not. I went ahead and bought a K7000 cap kit, hoping that it was, because this is the most popular model. This is also the model that came on the original MK1. And I'm almost 100% sure this is probably the original MK1 monitor that was in this machine 19 years ago. And I am almost 100% sure also that this machine hardly ever got any play, because if this is in fact the original K7000, there's not a speck of dust on it. Looking at it the way it is, I can't see any dust on it. The neck board, it's just in pretty damn good, phenomenal shape. And it also appeared that it might have already had a cap kit done to it, but what I'm going to do is fix that vertical sync wire and get everything tuned up and switched up and see how everything looks on the monitor. I may not need a cap kit, but I bought one anyway, not knowing how it was going to turn out. So I'm going to cut away here for a second. When I come back, I'll have everything adjusted and we'll see how the monitor looks. Okay, got the vertical sync wire reinstalled. Let's flip it on. Hey, not bad. It doesn't appear to need any tweaking as far as the red, green, and blue. Everything seems synced up. I do not know if any of the ROMs are going to check bad because obviously I didn't have a sync until a second ago. Oh, it's still stuck in. Let me get it out of test mode before it fires up. Reach in here and flip that switch. Alright. Sound works. 1.1. Not a big deal. That looks pretty good. It's even adjusted properly. It could use a little tweaking this way with the yoke, but otherwise it's stretched completely. It's all in all aspects. Looks like it's pretty good. I shouldn't have to do really anything to this. Doesn't appear to need a cap kit. None of the colors are washed out. Alright, so that'll be it for this first video in the series. Next comes, I'm going to go ahead and do all the touch-up and replace the T-molding and replace the control panel overlay and put the new buttons and joysticks in. Take the MK3 instruction card off of there, put the MK1. I'm going to do the full restoration because I've already done a video with MK1 restoring it, so you guys already know the process. I don't need to drag you through that process again. So, well, I'm gonna do a complete restore, all the way down 100% with everything, and just do a part 2 of this video will be the whole thing completely done. So I guess stay tuned for that, and I'm gonna take another look at this side. I can't believe how good of a shape this is. I don't know. Maybe I'm over exaggerating, but you got to see it in person. There's no fading on this entire machine anywhere whatsoever, and that's what I really can't get over. How often do you come across these machines that have zero fading? The last machine I had good side art, but the control panel was all messed up and faded, but the side art wasn't. But this machine doesn't have any fading anywhere. That's just what's really remarkable to me. So I'll get everything done, and stay tuned for part 2 whenever I can get around to it. I got 50 other boxes in my game room to go through of all the eBay crap I've bought over the last 7 months, so I got to go through all that. So it might not be an immediate part 2, but there will be a part 2, and this machine will be done and restored before I head on back to Afghanistan. So stay tuned, and we'll see you then.